Okay, so I had stopped the video because I needed to move. I needed to move um, the hose. So I have a whole bunch of mulch here. I think I have 7 truckloads worth of mulch. I haven't fully spread it everywhere, but it's gonna end up everywhere. So here I got this from Greg Peterson's pop-up farm. This is well, both of them actually are apricots. This one right here is a gold kissed, which does really well in Arizona. And then this one right here is a Katy apricot. I'm probably gonna build, well, actually, there's no probably. I'm gonna build a shade structure for probably most of these trees. They're still really young. And then I tried to grow a pineapple. I still have some learning to do. And then sweet potatoes. Still have some learning to do with those. And then have a couple different plants right here. And a light that uses solar energy that lights up when it's dark. We have some broccoli right here. We've noticed they do really, really well in full sun. I'll show you the broccoli that's over here in the shade. It doesn't do so well in the shade. Also, these are peppers right here. Same thing, peppers need the sun. But I flood everything. I don't really water it. I just leave the hose there and let it flood. And these are different palm trees. This one's not doing so well. I don't know why. I think it's too close to the wall maybe. But this one over here is doing well. So, all right. So we have melon and watermelon, tomatoes. This lemongrass, Thai basil, and then right here we have watermelon. And of course, watermelon loves water. Oh, my bad. This is regular basil. My fiance just told me. All right, so watermelon love full sun, and they also love a lot of water. But it wrapped around the tomato plant right here, so we're just gonna leave it there. So here we have a goji berry. It's very, very tiny, very, very small. It's considered a superfruit. I got this from Greg Peterson's pop-up nursery. It was the last one. I called a couple days in advance and asked them to save me one, and they did. So that was pretty fantastic of them to do that for me. After I saved it, a lot of people came in requesting for the goji berry, and I got the last one. So here we have this other palm tree. I think it's a foxtail. I'm not too certain, but it's been growing. It's growing really well actually. And here we have more tomatoes and then more watermelon. There's a couple things in here. All right, so this is where my Makoti died. I'm really sad. I'm hoping I get a pup, but it hasn't been on the ground for very long, so I may not receive one. So I tried to shade it, and we get some really, really bad winds here in Arizona, and the wind knocked it over, this pallet over, and it crushed it. And I cut it, hoping that maybe I could get it to grow back. So I'm still waiting. See if a pup grows or not. Here, so this was initially an orange tree. My fiance doesn't know which kind of tree it was. She bought it before we were together, but it died. She didn't take care of it, and it died. Well, I took over, and I fed it, and I watered it, and I loved it, and I pruned it. And as you can see, it's right there in the middle. That is the actual tree that it was, and it died. So what I brought back to life is the rootstock, which is a trifoliate orange. And as I understand, it's not what you would consider edible. It has a lot of seeds, which I don't really care. I don't care if it has a bunch of seeds, but it's sour. Now, when I was in Afghanistan, I found a sour orange tree, and it was the most delicious thing I had ever tasted. I used it as a lemon. I used it for the juice, and I would put it in Afghan rice, different curries, different chickens, different potatoes, and Afghan sweet rice. And I made a meal of it. Actually, I even had my nana, my grandma, send me menudo in a can, which is really gross, to Afghanistan for me. and the orange made it really delicious. So this trifoliate orange, the way it used to look, I mean, it's beautiful now. It's probably the most gorgeous tree I have in the backyard right now, aside from my pomegranate and of course Avery. But it's just a phenomenal looking tree. I think it's absolutely wonderful and gorgeous. And I was talking to one of Greg's helpers, and she's had advised me that it'd be really cool if I got it to fruit. I did get it to fruit at one point. Well, I got to flower, I should say, and I didn't really water it, and they died. But I'm hoping that I can get to fruit. This tree is used in China for medicinal purposes, and there are several universities right now who are testing its medicinal abilities. So we will see what happens with it.